Hey guys, I hope that this is my first YouTube video in general. I have made videos about cosplay before, but I haven't fully committed to doing a full YouTube video. But this video today, I hope for it to be the first. The first of first of my new channel, the first of my sewing, to document my sewing journey so I can look back at it hopefully when I'm better. Cause yeah, and hopefully the start of a channel. I want to build a community here on YouTube for people who are also sewing and teaching themselves how to sew. And I hope to provide information, cosplay videos. I plan on showing the whole process of what I sew here and the whole process of how I do it on this channel. And I have made cosplay projects before and gone to conventions and stuff, but I hope to do all of that and show all of that. And I definitely have a learning curve when it comes I'm at the start of my learning curve when it comes to talking, because I am very introverted and I don't have too much experience talking, or especially talking to a camera. But yeah, my name is Anastasia, or Anastasia. My name is Anastasia, and I hope to be known. I'll come up with another cosplay name later, but you guys can just call me Anastasia. And yeah, today's gonna be my first video. And hopefully, as the title suggests, this first video is gonna be about storage, because I have started to come up with problems about storage. And I started cosplaying in 2021. I made my first cosplay. It took me the whole year, and I mostly it was mostly a closet cosplay and buying stuff, and then I created a few pieces of the project. And now I'm at the point where I'm fully creating most of my projects. So, but regardless of what you do for your cosplay or projects, you will find a problem of looking for storage. And currently, my projects are all over the place, no matter if they're completed or not. So, this first video is just gonna be about me storing everything. I have done a bit of a shopping spree to buy storage for my room. Where I plan on storing stuff is my finished cosplays are going to be in my room, and they're going to be bagged in suit bags and labeled and all that fun stuff. Well, at least it's fun for me. And then downstairs is going to be where my in-progress cosplays are being stored, so I can freely grab them off the shelf and start working on them, because currently they are in boxes. But for right now, I'm going to be showing you what situation my room's in and how I'm going to be storing everything. So this is my sewing room. It is, as you can see, pretty messy. And this is about 1 week before my new storage system comes in. And this is what I've been working in before that, where this has just been a glorified storage space, and this is where I actually do the work. Which, yeah. So I have all my projects that I'm doing, like right as of right now, I'm doing free projects at the same time. And I just have a bunch of other stuff that doesn't fit in my storage area, or I haven't put in yet. But underneath this is this is my patterns, where my handmade patterns get stored. Here's my sewing box that which has stuff in it, but I haven't used it constantly. Here is my projects that I've put on pause. So there's my Parios in there, and a couple of the scarves for my Jonathan. Here's my, the Nameless Monsters that I've made for my Tenma cosplay, but I just haven't had to find a place to put them. I don't know where to put them, and I've only worn the cosplay once, so they've just been not down here, but they've been up on my workspace. Here is where I put my patterns that I'm currently using, and need them to be in a safe space because my cats eat my patterns if I let them, because this is also their room. Here's some extra piece of gold fabric, and also the linen and cotton from my Pario. I was gonna make another version of it. Here's my cabbage patch, which is overflowing with excess fabric. And down there is below all the stuff that's on top of it, but is my fabric storage space, and it is also overflowing with fabrics I've bought that I don't have projects planned for because I'm a fabric hoarder, or at the beginnings of one. And then there's just my I'm still learning how to talk to the camera. This is technically my first recording, but this is just my body form with my Funny Valentine cosplay on it. But this is before, and I will be getting a storage spot for the in progress cosplays. They're just going to be going on the storage area. So instead of just being put into a box, they're going to be hanging. So I actually have the motivation to do them. But yeah, here's the before. This is the current state of my room. I still have a lot to do and a lot to work on, but I want to get all of this done before I go back to school. It was a lot worse before, but I have high hopes that I can get all this done before then. But here are some of my cosplay stuff that I've strewn about my room. I have this thrifted dress that will go downstairs once I get the piece that will hold all my in-progress cosplays. This is my harvested wefts for this wig cage that I have not completed yet, but it is very close to being completed to the point where the wefts can go on it. But I've been holding them here. And this is the suit covering for my black tied suit that I've been using. I've used it for 3 different cosplays now. My Tenma, my All For One, and my Black Whale Kurapika. But yeah, that's just going to stay up here. It's going to be labeled all 3 of them with all 3 of their names. And this is the pants and shirt of my first cosplay that I made in 2021 of Kite. Yeah, he just lives right there. My All For One wig, that was the first character I bought it for, but I plan on using it for a Griffith cosplay that I want to do in the future. Here's a nice thrifted find I found of this white fur shawl. I love it so much. 2 of my wigs, and here's my Orochimaru cosplay, also my kimono, the rest of the kimono pieces live in my closet. I know this is egregious that I've just been keeping it on my chair, but I understand that, which is why I really need to get this thing done. Get the storage system in. Here is my Star Platinum cosplay. This is where I've been holding it. The completed and incompleted parts. But yeah, she's just been living in here. It's not been fun looking at her. Here is where I keep all my wigs. 2 of my wigs are over there, but since I do plan on having more in the future, this little basket's not going to hold all of them. Here's all my wig some styling stuff. I am a bit of a hoarder, I do know that, but this is what's going to change a part of that problem. It's not going to change my hoarding habits, but it's going to change how my things have been held so far, or where I've been keeping everything. But it's just going to be this rack, and this rack's going to be going in this little corner over here. I just have to get this area organized, and then that thing will go over there. Okay, I got this mostly clean, and now it's time to put the garment rack together. Here it is finished, and I'm glad that these sides are adjustable because otherwise it would not be able to fit fully in this corner. Well, mostly in this corner. But I guess the next step will be to put my completed cosplays in bags and put them on the shelf. So here are the 2 completed cosplays I'm going to be storing. I'm going to be putting more on them, but I am going to be doing that at a later date because I really need to start working on Funny Valentine and start filming that cosplay video. So this is what I'm going to be showing for now on this video. So this is Kite. I have the clothing pieces hanged over the lower bar, and this is the wig. I just poked a hole through it, tied a string to it. Same with the hat, just tied a string through the tag. And then here, I've done basically the same thing with the wigs. This is Tenma's, and then here's Kurapiko's wig. And yeah, and I just put little tape tags and wrote it on them. And they're going to be easy to remove, just in case. So yeah, they're going to be going up there, as well as that white shawl. Today's the next day, and the in-progress cosplay storage unit has come in, and I will be building that today. So this is what the office looks like now. We took everything out, cleaned it, swept, and now we put everything back in, but everything is still unorganized. But now that I've gotten the shelf finally in, I'm going to use all of these organizing tools to finally get everything in place. Here's the storage unit with all the basket hangers and even more wire baskets. But the hangers I've chosen are pretty unique. Some of them look like they're better for holding pants. I got 4 hangers for holding pants and 20 regular hangers. Okay, the first to go on my shelf will be all of my props and things for my Pario. And then here I got some little stickers. And they're just going to go on top of these felt, and then they're going to be easy to peel off, so this also means that I'm limiting myself to working on 5 cosplays at once, and only 5. But here we go. So, nearly unstuck itself, but here's going to be his box. Let me show you what I've gotten done so far for him. I have gotten his top Kurta piece, the Kurta clan garment. I got in the top part. I still haven't finished this this seam and this seam, and then after I do that, then this piece will be done. But yeah, it's gonna go right here. and I made some pants for him. These are, I do not know the word for them, but it's like a Japanese style pants, like traditional Japanese with the ties on the side. I will put the name up anyway, but the original time I tried to use this pattern, I failed miserably and it was too small, so I kind of had to add this diaper crotch thing here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like there's the huge seam in the middle because it was too small, I couldn't fit around my hips. Here's a better angle, but yeah, this. And I had to add an extra length for it because otherwise it felt like it did not work. So that was pretty fun to do, like 4 days before the con that I was gonna be debuting it. So yeah, but I got it done now, and now I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I'm gonna be putting it on one of these things here, right here. So you just have to unlatch it. Probably not the top one, but the bottom one. Just have to unlatch it, lay it upon it, and snap it right back into place, and there you go. You can hang all your pants. Probably should put them together. Yeah, let's keep the unhanged stuff over there. I have also made this undershirt. I'll show a picture of my reference photo, but it's just a regular shirt with cuffs. Probably bad made cuffs, but I don't really care. It's gonna be like the under layer underneath another white muslin thing and this. So it's not really meant to be seen besides this arm and this cuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on top of the pants. Yeah, I'll do it like that. Just keep the white stuff together for this cosplay. And here is the first thing I made for this cosplay, which is the skirt. Not sure if you can see it, but it goes just below my knees, or just reaching my knees. I made these top pieces out of linen here, this polyester, the back side of a very shiny polyester fabric, and inside is just a cotton, I don't know, it's just 100% cotton, kind of like Kona, but it's like stiffer. So yeah. And then inside here I added cotton batting. I have a piece over here that I can show you what I used. Yeah, just to use a little bit of this. And to make the stiff collar, I added, I don't know what type of interfacing it was, but it was very stiff. I actually have some, but not near me at the moment. But I will show you a picture of it later. But yeah, got the skirt. How to hang this one? Watching me struggle. I think I'm gonna have to use one of two pant hook things, pant clasp. Hopefully it doesn't mess the batting up too much. But yeah, here it is, and it's just gonna go right behind the top piece. Okay, now it's time to fill the box for things that can't go on the hanger. And that's already in sticking, so I might have to do something else for that. But I'll show you what I have for this box. So on the top, oh, never mind. Probably should put all the extra fabric that I'm using under at the bottom so it doesn't ruin delicate top things. But here is my linen. It's like a linen rayon blend, rayon blend. So linen and rayon, just here. Here's my cotton. You can't see it on camera, but no, I'm lying. They are almost exactly the same shade. And here's this gold fabric. Here's the shiny stuff on top, and you've already seen the dull side, but yeah, but they're just gonna go in here. Because I'm still gonna need them for the next, I'm doing another version of it, but it's gonna be like a very, I've just been calling it gory, but it's just gonna be gory. Kind of like a cosplay of when Pario dies. And I have some like plans for that. That's a lot more extra compared to his living cosplay. But that is something for the far future. And once I finish this regular outfit, then I'm just probably gonna put them in my fabric storage. Okay, next is I've cut out some white pattern pieces. I'll show you the reference again, but it's just going to be like the outer layer with the teal. Oh, I have the teal dye right here, but I'm going to be dyeing some of these pieces. I have another piece to cut out, and then also dyeing it, and it's just going to be that kind of teal top piece that Kurapika wears. The dye I haven't opened yet, so it probably will be okay. Huge, probably. This is a mock-up pattern for my plans for the gory cosplay. I do not know if these are going to fit in here, but I will try to see if I can fit them. And I was proven right because they don't. I guess I'm going to keep a Tupperware box for all the pieces that won't fit into these boxes. They're just going to go in there. I won't spoil it, or I won't give away my plans for what I have planned for that, but that's just going to be for the future. And here's a collar that also goes with that those other pieces, and some chain that I will be using for this. I still have some pieces left. Here are some failed dot shape things for right there and for the back, but they're going to be for the next time. Just going to go in there. Let me get the rest of the things. So when I was cutting up the fabric pieces for the first time, these are either mistakes or extra pieces that I cut. I just cut double just to make it easier on myself for that. And these pieces are going to be going in there. And that should be everything for Pario. Hopefully, because this box is already full all the way. I'm going to be putting it at the bottom. Okay, it's finally time for Funny Valentine. My Funny Valentine cosplay. So far, I've done the least for it, and I've collected the least amount of stuff for it. But currently, let me show you just here. It is living on my dress form. It is currently living on my dress form, and let me show you everything that I've collected so far for it. First thing, get this sticker on. If you don't know I forgot to say who these characters are from. Pario is from Hunter x Hunter, and he was Kurapika's best friend before he was killed. And this is Funny Valentine from part 7 of JoJo. And yeah. So I don't have currently anything to hang up for him, so it's just going to be filling the box. First thing is this. Is this pink silk, fake silk. That's what the brand was calling it. It was just silky solid. That's what they called it at Joann's. But it's fake silk, but it's just polyester. And I plan on using this shinier side. I guess you can't really see it, but yeah, here's the two differences. Here's the back and here's the front. But yeah, just gonna be using this. I have not got fabric for the pants, and I haven't finished the pattern for the pants, but I grabbed some pink dye just in case I would need it, just for some synthetic, Rit dye synthetic. Just gonna be using that. I also have that's also unopened, so I don't worry about it too much. Here is all the fabric. I forgot the word for it. Fabric swatches that I bought when I first decided to cosplay him, which was probably only like a week after I finished Steel Ball Run. But yeah, I have all of these fabric. I already forgot the word for it. But yeah, they're going to be going in there. I have nowhere else to put them. And here is some extra pattern pieces that I cut out from the base pattern. I've altered the pattern a lot to fit my body and to fit what I want, but the rest of them are just going to be going in the box. And this is what's in the box so far, so not as bad as Pario. And yeah. Now it goes on the shelf. Now it's time for my final project that I'm working on this year. It's my Part 8 style Jonathan Joestar. And I know that most people don't know what that means, but Jonathan Joestar was the first JoJo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He was the original, and Araki has made some more recent updated versions in his new art style of Jonathan, and I'm just doing one of those pictures of him. I'll show it like I always say. I'm going to show a picture of it too, but I think this is the one that got shown at the same museum as the Mona Lisa. And yeah, and I've also taken some inspiration from the manga covers in like the recent Part 1 manga. Yeah, the manga. I'll show the picture of that too. So this is what I've made so far for him. This is a neckband. This is the headband. And this is the shirt. And the reason why it's so fitted is because I was wearing my corset, because Part 8 style characters are curvy, so curvy. They have like no midsection at all. It's crazy, but I kind of wanted to replicate it, so I also bought a corset for this cosplay. But the corset won't be going in here. I plan on using that corset for other cosplays, so it's just going to be in my general box. But yeah. Just goes onto one hanger, and not going to bother putting them on a different hanger, so they're just going to go like that. Right there. Now time for all the stuff I haven't done yet. Here is all the fabric that I used. I had to make I bought a whole extra. I bought way too much fabric for that. But I had to make my own stripe pattern out of stretchy fabric, that was the first time I was using stretchy fabric before. And I did pretty well for myself, as long as I remember to use the zigzag foot. Not the zigzag foot, but the stitch. And here's that. I'm going to be using a green for the inside of a kind of V-neck collar, as you could see in the picture. But I haven't done that yet. So these are going there. This blue fabric, I plan on making, using this as a pattern. I plan on making his blue anime shirt that he has from part 1. If this channel continues in the future, you will slowly start to realize how obsessed I am with Jonathan Joestar. It's unhealthy, and he's not even my favorite JoJo, but yeah. But the blue fabric goes there. And here is for 9 triangle scarves that I'm going to be making. I'm making one for each of the first 6 JoJos. So each of the 6 JoJos that are related to Jonathan and Jonathan himself. But they are going to basically look like this, and they're going to be double-sided. This is Jorno's. Jorno. Oh, also here's the interfacing that I was using for the stiffness of the collar in Pario. This was the reason why I had to buy more of it. We got Jolene. These are going to be repeating, so this is the color scheme. It's just going to be this repeating. Same for Jorno's. Here's Jotaro's. I'm not sure about you, but I always saw Jotaro as a purple, deep purple and gold guy, which is one of my favorite color combinations ever. Here is Jonathan's. It has 4 different fabrics, but yeah, I managed to get 2 of it. I made this for a school project, and now I'm going to be making more, and it's just, they're all going to be wrapped around my neck, or like kind of loosely wrapped around my neck, kind of like in the manga title page. Here's some extra of Jotaro's. And here's the fabric I'm using for Joseph and Josuke. So here's for Joseph. I was mostly inspired by his younger self. And here is for Josuke. I'm going to be using some of that gold fabric too. But yeah. And that should be all for Jonathan's pieces that I'm making pieces. That's all that is going to be for pieces that I'm working on for Jonathan. So everything else that's going up here is going to be stuff that I bought for him. But yeah, here it goes. Got a little fat. Got a little. I just put it. I'm not professional, if you can already tell. I bought these 3 belts specifically for Jonathan's, and this one I also... Okay, my phone died, but I'm going to finish what I was saying before. So, I bought these 3 belts for Jonathan specifically, and I got this belt just in general because it was leather, and so I thrifted it, so it was a good find in my eyes. So I used it for Jonathan as well, but I also planned to use it for other cosplays. But I plan on putting it and these leather gloves into one of these compartments right here. That way they can all be together. I'm going to be putting some other stuff in there, but I won't be doing it tonight, because it is already 1 o'clock where I'm at. And I procrastinated, And I also didn't want anyone to hear me, because this is my first YouTube video. Probably gonna cut all this out, but yeah. I'm currently in my JoJo obsessive phase. I don't know. I really don't know how to describe it, but other JoJo fans say that they've been through it. Or you. All you can think about is JoJo. I personally love it. Besides the fact that I'm spending all my money on cosplay stuff. You probably heard my cat, but he's upset that I locked him out of the office. But next year, I actually have some plans already. So, for one, I'm going to finish these cosplays before the end of the year, or if I don't finish them, then they are getting done first before I'm starting anything new. I have not kept up with that promise for any other time that I've made cosplays, but I will be doing that now, especially for these cosplays. And I want to get these done before I have a con in November, and I want to get these done before that. I understand that with what I want to do before then, and the fact that I have school coming up at the end of September, that's when school happens, and currently it is September 2nd, so I do not have too long to work on these projects. I'm going to be working on Funny Valentine, mostly, because that's the one I have the least done for, but yeah. So, a Funny Valentine video is going to be coming up next, but do not expect too much detail in it, because I'm going to be in a cosplay making phase before school starts. But here are these leather gloves, leather fingerless gloves that I bought. They're also going right there. I'm going to be putting my Orochimaru stuff up there for like all the props I haven't done for him yet, but they're going to be going up there too. But so far, yeah, that's all I have for you right now, so I'm going to be cleaning up the rest of the room tomorrow, but see you then. Okay, here are the stored clothing on the hanger. I just have the suit, kite, and this white shawl. Do more later, just not right now, because I really need to get started on my Funny Valentine cosplay, and I've decided that I'm not going to be filming every single bit of the process of me making it. I'll just do little check-ins, but there is something I will be filming on that cosplay, but just not the whole process of it, because I really need to get it done, and I have like less than a month of free time to do that, and so I will be focusing on that and not be making too many videos or progress updates about it. But yeah, so this is the end of my first video, and I think I did okay. I have already seen many things that I can work on, and I can already see some improvement from the beginning of this video, but we'll see where things go from here. And yep, that's the end.